Hello everybody, it's Rootbeer with another Friday news video because Banlist. This should be a quick one, so let's get into it. So first up, for standard, no changes. This makes sense. It's kind of an unfortunate case of timing for this, where Japan has had Chronojet and EVA since like November, December. They've had a good like 3-4 months to see the effects of these cards and a few different tournaments to like play with them. So it makes sense that Japan would get hits for them and we wouldn't, because we got both of those things in February. So they've existed for all of like a month. We've only had 3 or 4 events so far. It's just not enough time. I understand that a lot of people saw the problem with Chronojet really early on, myself included. I don't like the power scaling on the crest, but it is what it is. It's just not a good idea for Bushiroad to hit new products, unfortunately. I don't think any company ever really wants to do that unless it seems like an imminent threat to the game's survival if they don't emergency ban something. For V Premium, we are getting the unrestrict on Meep. Good. This is coming like far too late, if you ask me. I think Meep never should have been restricted in the first place, even if it was seeing a decent amount of play in Japan, enough that Bushiroad thought it was ban-worthy. We did not have that same representation in English, and it's kind of ridiculous that we got this ban at all, so I'm glad they're undoing it. A new change that I believe Japan did not get, we are hitting Enterana. So Steam Maiden is unquestionably the strongest deck in V right now. The Colossus hit did not do nearly enough to stop them. This card just represents an insane amount of card advantage, so yeah. I'm not surprised that they hit this. I don't think they want the whole 10-team V Premium events going on again. I think they're trying their best to lure people into the format by getting rid of the obvious problem. For Premium, we are getting the Anglisa hit. So that happened in Japan as well. This card is just abused by Steam Maidens to pop off, get a crazy turn 3 where they can get tons of cards off of Enterana and then ride down to grade 2 so you can't stride in response to them. I don't think this is going to kill Steam Maidens as a deck, just because Enterana is still a +3 and you can basically play like unrestricted V Premium version of the deck, which we already know is still quite powerful. But it at least stops it from being outright bullshit where they just like completely shut you out of the game. We're getting the Spangled hit, so we already explained there was like a thing you could do where you mill out your deck and then use Spangled in conjunction with some other cards to stack the Overtrigger. I don't remember the exact combo, but I think every Great Nature player agreed that the combo was stupid, inconsistent, and this hit is dumb. Just get rid of the Overtrigger. They never will, but we have to say at every ban list, ban the Overtrigger. If you're not going to do it in Standard, which they probably won't just because it's in every sealed product ever, at least hit it in Premium so we don't have to deal with it anymore. Next, we are getting rid of Coutier. So this card just represents an unparalleled amount of like card advantage for Highlander. This just gets you anything you want out of the deck. The only duplicates Highlander plays that could potentially make Coutier miss is a second copy of herself, which doesn't actually make her miss, and 4 copies of Reindeer, who counts as a trigger unit, so that also doesn't make her miss. This card was crazy. It probably should have been banned ages ago, back when they banned it in V, so I'm glad it's gone now. I don't know if this does enough to just completely kill Highlander. I think a lot of people want Highlander to die. I think if you ask most people, they would say that Reindeer herself is the problem, but it's something at least. They're not going to be able to search anything they want out of the deck anymore. And finally, the Katrina unban. So a lot of people are very conflicted about this. Katrina was incredibly powerful on release, and I'm seeing a lot of conflicting opinions where some people think that, this is fine. This card is not as powerful as the current premium format is anymore. So, this will just make Neonectar playable. Other people are like, no, this card is still insane. It's going to break the format. I've not really played with Neo Nectar. I don't know anybody who plays Neo Nectar. People at my locals are more into V and Standard, so like, we'll see how Katrina shakes out, but so far it seems like this card is not the be all end all of premium. Just from what I've seen other people posting, it seems like this card is just fine. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but this ban list will go into effect April 21st, 2023. So yeah, that's going to be the ban list. I think it's pretty good. You know, I think it gets a lot of the key hits that we wanted. Obviously, like, no changes to standard are going to be disappointing for some people, especially the ones that don't like Chronojet. I've not seen as many people openly hate on Eva, but I'm sure those people exist. But it's just an unfortunate case of timing. The V Premium hit seems like a pretty big one. Steam Maiden has been extremely dominant for a while now, so just getting rid of their advantage engine should just gut the deck entirely. I think things like Luard and Anjay will probably take over V Premium. We'll see how people feel about that meta once we start playing with it. And finally, the changes for Premium. I think Steam Maiden is still going to be really strong after losing the Ride Down. This just makes it so the deck is less bullshit. Spangled Hit is silly. I don't think anyone agrees with this one. Coutier Hit is good. I wish we got it a long time ago. I think more people want to see the deck just die outright, and a lot of people are just conflicted on the Katrina one. And we also did not get the full Pronto pre-hit, which is fine. Vanquisher isn't doing anything right now. Most people are still on Eradicators. I think once History Collection comes out, which should be around the time of the next ban list, they can decide like whether or not they want to just hit full Bronto and get rid of it. But for now, that's it. But for now, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.